All right, welcome to Homers and Haters. We're back after almost a year of absence with Reece Helms, who is actually not Drew Buffalo, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, breaking news.
So, breaking news, Drew Buffalo leaves to support his own talk radio. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, in other words, he got a girlfriend now, so he's too good for Homers and Haters.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Which is probably true.
Yeah, he's actually moved up into the next class of people. So what we're going to talk about today, we have some different topics. There's so much been going on in the world of basketball, so much been going on in the area of sports, and we've missed a lot. So we're going to talk about the NCAA tourney, the top pick in the draft. We're going to talk about LeBron's free agency, and we're going to talk about the Ball brothers in Lithuania, all right? Then we have some other stuff coming at the end of the show, and you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. But let's jump right in here, Reece. Who do you think is going to win the NCAA tourney this year? And I know that it's kind of hard to pick because the bracket just came out today, but who do you have winning it?
I think Duke's the best team by far. It kills me to say that as a UNC fan, but Duke has a lot of problems right now. They've lost a lot of games here recently. Their defense is very inconsistent. They actually played their best basketball without Marvin Bagley, which is very interesting. But anyways, I think Duke's the best team. I haven't seen obviously none of us have seen a bracket yet, so it depends on who's in their bracket. If they can, right now they're slated for a 2 seed. If they win the ACC tournament, if they beat Carolina this Saturday, they would most likely jump up to a 1 seed, I believe. So it depends on all about the bracket. It's all about the matchups.
Okay, so you're picking Duke, which is a pretty safe bet. And now, last year on the show, I picked UCLA and Lonzo Ball, which it goes with my idea of picking NBA players. So this year, right on cue, I'm going to take Michigan State to win the championship, and this is why. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a great shot blocker. He kind of reminds me of Al Horford. He's 6'10", he can shoot threes, and he plays the center position. And then Miles Bridges is also great, and they're surrounded by great players on that team. And Tom Izzo is supposedly great. He is always supposed to take his team deep in the playoffs. Whenever I pick them far in the bracket, they always, without fail, lose. But I'm going to pick them.
Just like every other team.
That's right. I'm going to pick them number one. So right now and right here, you guys will all know that I picked the winner, Michigan State.
Michigan State, all right.
Yeah. So that's who I'm going with. But let's transition a bit out of college basketball, because we could talk forever about college basketball, and this year is so deep. But transition into, who do you think the top pick's going to be? We have Trae Young. He's a great three-point shooter. Obviously, you've seen him.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic is incredible. I think he plays for Real Madrid.
Is he Spanish?
Yeah. No. Luka Doncic is not Spanish. I think he
plays for a Spanish team.
He plays for a Spanish team. Yes. We have DeAndre Ayton, center. He's really good. Jaren Jackson, Marvin Bagley Jr. And then we haven't even seen Michael Porter Jr. Any of those guys are possible.
Well, guy you didn't mention also, Jaren Jackson Jr. for Michigan State. Your NCAA champions.
Yeah, okay, so
he's right now, NBADraft.net has him going second overall right now. So,
okay.
Which I think is a reach, but...
So give me your top five.
Top five? I think it depends on who's picking in the top five.
Sure, but let's say if you have to build a team,
I'll probably take DeAndre Ayton number one.
Okay.
I feel like most people will agree with me on that.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't have a problem with Jaren Jackson at number two. I know I just said that he was a reach, but I feel like I have him better than Marvin Bagley. I feel like they're similar players. Luka Doncic is up there too.
Yeah.
Who else is on there?
Trae Young, you didn't mention.
Trae Young. I think Trae Young is a little bit overrated.
Overrated on the Trae Young. Okay, interesting.
I feel like he's a poor man's Steph Curry. Or a homeless man's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
His efficiency is not very good. If you look at all of his stats, every time I check the box score, he's like 1 for 10, 1 for 15 from 3-point line, and it's just not a good combination.
Yeah.
I think Wendell Carter is really good too. I don't think he's top 5.
Is he coming? He's coming out.
He's coming out this year.
Ninth. They have
him 6 right now. So it also depends on what team is there too. I think what hurts Trae Young a little bit is that a lot of the teams already have point guards, and so they don't really need to reach for Trae Young.
Huh.
I guess the Cavs obviously they need a point guard. George Hill's good, but he's not the point guard of the future.
Sure, yeah.
And also, I feel like LeBron will really want Trae Young on his team.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
The Cavs pretty much have to do anything LeBron says. So.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But I'm actually going to go kind of the same as what you said in a lot of areas, but different. I'm actually taking Luka Doncic number 1, and this is why. There is no good team in the NBA except for, well, no. There's no good team in the NBA that's built around a center. All right? So the Sixers are good, but they're not in the top 2 or 3 in the East. I mean, you look at the teams that are in the top 3 in the East. The Raptors are built around Kyle Lowry. DeMar DeRozan's good. The Cavs are built basically around LeBron as a point guard. And the Celtics are built around Kyrie as a point guard. If you go to the West, you have the Rockets, who basically run the point guard duo of James Harden and Chris Paul. Then you have the Warriors built around Steph Curry, and you have who's third? Third in the West right now?
Minnesota's third, actually.
Minnesota's third? Okay,
yeah.
So maybe Minnesota is built around Karl-Anthony
But they also just lost Jimmy Butler.
And they lost Jimmy Butler. So I think in the NBA, the strategy you need is you have to build around a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take Doncic number 1. He's 6'7". He shoots threes. He's a great passer. He's athletic. He can play defense, and he's smart.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, like, he's the number 1 option. However, Ayton is very good. He's like DeAndre Jordan with a jumper. And he's going to be...
Which is hard to imagine because DeAndre Jordan is so athletic.
So athletic, yes. He's going to be crazy. But speaking of something that you mentioned earlier, we both won our top picks. He's taking who are you taking?
DeAndre.
He's taking DeAndre. And
they even have the same name too.
Luka
DeAndre Jordan.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. But let's kind of make another transition. Speaking on this, we just talked about or we didn't talk about Philly, but we're going to talk about now. Where's LeBron going?
I don't think he's leaving Cleveland.
You don't think he's leaving Cleveland?
I think he knows that if he leaves Cleveland again, like he broke their hearts one time. If he does it again, I feel like even though they won the championship now, he got them their ring.
Yeah. But
I don't think there's anywhere he can go in the first point. Like
sure.
Is he going to go join Philly? I mean, Embiid hasn't played a full season healthy yet.
It's true.
Ben Simmons he was out for the whole season last year.
Yeah.
And they're basically Simmons is a ball dominant guy, but Ben Simmons can't play off the ball. I don't think LeBron can go anywhere. I feel like the trades they did now help them to keep him because they got so many young players that can play for not only this year but in years going forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely true. I tend to agree with you. I think the most knowledgeable place for him to go to win is San Antonio, but he can't go there because Kawhi is it's a big bad situation, which was kind of came out recently, which is terrible. The Rockets is an option, but I don't feel like he fits the 7-second or less offense.
Yeah, and also James Harden dominates the ball.
Yeah.
Chris Paul dominates the ball. Like, I don't think LeBron can go with two. Like, LeBron played with Dwayne Wade in Miami, but Wade deferred to LeBron, and Wade was also not as good as James Harden is right now.
Yeah, and he's not gonna be a glorified Trevor Ariza.
Yeah.
He's not gonna come out there and just play defense and shoot threes and get rebounds. That's stupid. So I don't see LeBron fitting in Houston, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is the Ball brothers in Lithuania. Let's talk about them. How do you feel about the whole experience?
The whole experience.
The whole Lithuanian experience.
I feel like if you can play basketball in Lithuania and be in the news constantly, there's something special about you. I don't know what it is, whether you're good or you're just, have that Kardashian effect to you.
Duh.
But the Ball brothers, there's something about LeVar I can't get enough of them.
Yeah, it's weird because they're not like great in the Lithuanian league.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, LiAngelo is shooting something ridiculous like 45-50% from the 3-point line, which is really good because that's what he needs to do to play pro. There's a great article, if you guys want to check it out, written by Bleacher Report magazine on the Ball brothers, and it talks about how LaMelo, the writer of the article doesn't think LaMelo's happy.
Yeah.
Because it's Lithuania, it's cold, there's nothing to do.
Is it cold in Lithuania?
Yeah, it's a bit cold in Lithuania. So, for me, I'm just depressed because I feel like LaMelo could be a good player, and he could be a good pro. He's 6'5" now. He can dunk now. He's a solid shooter. He has great court vision. The problem is that he's not getting better. He's not growing. So like I don't know. I just feel like he could be playing for Steve Alford or like another coach in Europe that was like, hey, you're not going to play a lot, but I'm going to make you a better player. But this all right now is just let's play bad teams so that LaMelo and LiAngelo can show out. And
Yeah.
they're not even starters on their team, and they're not good enough to start on their team. Like they have legitimate players on that team who are good. The European basketball is good. Lithuanian basketball is great.
There's been a lot of NBA players come out of Lithuania.
Yes, it is. It is a basketball country. So I don't know. It just the whole LeVar and that thing is just.
Also, I think the best thing about LeVar is that he took that Lithuanian team out of their league.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if he created his own league or what he did, but they played in a tournament called the Big Baller Brand Challenge.
Yeah.
And it was on Facebook Live, and it was just LeVar pretty much. I don't know how in the world he took over that team, but he did.
Yeah. So it's in my opinion, it's a wash all around. Not a good situation at all. All right, we're going to transition into a segment that we're going to have two segments at the end of our shows. The first segment's going to be the play of the week, and we're going to try to release videos every Friday. So this is going to be the play of the week. And then we're going to have the stat of the week. All right, we're each going to present a stat of the week. We've kind of agreed on what play we're going with as the best play of the week.
It's obvious. If you watch the NBA, it's obvious.
It happened last night, and it's kind of ridiculous. So we're going to put it on the screen now for you, and we're going to watch it as James Harden absolutely crosses the mess out of Wesley Johnson. Just absolutely destroys him. And then, quite disrespectfully, stares him down for a solid, what do you give that?
Yeah, a solid 5 seconds-ish.
A solid 5 seconds, stares him down, talks trash down the court.
He waited for him to get up.
Yeah.
How polite of him.
And then, at this point also, the Rockets are up 31-7 against the Clippers. So it's a blowout, and he just committed a homicidal act on this man's ankles. He basically killed him. So, Reese, hit us with your stat of the week.
Okay, earlier this week, it ended on Wednesday, but the bottom 5 teams in the league, the Hawks, Kings, Suns, Magic, and Nets, I believe.
Yeah.
They lost a combined 35 games in a row.
Oh, yeah.
The Suns had lost 10 in a row. The Magic were 8 in a row. It was just pathetic. And, I think the most interesting part about NBA these days is the tank wars.
Yeah.
Who wants the number 1 pick? Who wants it more?
It's just, the tanking is honestly almost worse than playoff contention. Yeah. So, my stat of the year is, because I'm a Cavs fan, I'm going to absolutely bash Jay Crowder for a second. We traded him to Utah, and I was not happier to see him go. I couldn't have been happier to see him go. Jay Crowder, they told us he was a 3-and-D player, right? This man is 34% from his career from the 3-point line. And if you take out his season in 16 with the Celtics, he went 39% from 3. This man is shooting 32% on his career from the 3-point line. That is not good. It is not average either. And then so he's not a 3-point shooter. His defensive rating is 107 overall. And after his knee injury, I think his knee injury was in 2014. After his knee injury, his defensive rating has been over 109, I think, for every season after that. He is not a 3-point shooter, and he is not a defender. He is a broken 3-and-D player. And I am glad we shipped him to Utah for George Hill and whatever.
I don't know how they pulled that trade off.
Whatever else we got. But this has been our first Season 2 edition of Homers and Haters with Reese. He's going to be my partner for the rest of the way, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, that was all. I'm glad you guys liked this video, this edition of Homers and Haters. If you can, like the video. If you want to show your friends, share it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it on Twitter, retweet it, and we're going to have videos coming out every Friday.